everybody, welcome back to Talking Wolves, welcome back to another match preview. Hope you guys are keeping well, and we're hoping that Wolves can get back to some sort of normality. I'm sure some of you will enjoy this type of video. Me being in the car for a preview or review, that's some sort of normality, but we are hoping Wolves get back to that way as well. Be sure to hit the like button down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new, guys. We're going to be previewing Wolves game against Everton this weekend. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below ahead of the game as well, and we are really hoping Wolves can get back to winning ways. Just a week or so ago, we were talking about Wolves potentially knocking on the door for Champions League football. And now we're in a place, obviously after a loss against Arsenal and a loss against Sheffield United, we're now in a place where we got to try our best to actually stay in the European football race full stop for the Europa League. Of course, the Europa League draw was made today. Once the season finishes in August, we're going to be going and facing off against Olympiacos. If we can win there, we'll take on Roma or Sevilla. And then if we win that, we'll play Lask, Manchester United, Copenhagen or Istanbul, Başakşehir. Very tough games there, and that now means I think Wolves have got to try their best and do something in the league to ensure we can get European qualification for next season. And we've got to kick off here. We've got to kick off really, I think, out of our next 4 games. We've got to win at least 3 of those, in my opinion, to make sure we get European football next season. And we do kick off with this game against Everton. It is going to be a tough game. We are going to have thoughts of the Everton perspective later on. They don't have a great record on the road, but I think this team and this restart with no fans is favouring the teams really. You know, and with no fans, it is favouring away teams a little bit as well. Of course, we cast our mind back to Wednesday. It was a real disappointing game up against Sheffield United. I personally felt we played okay. Going forward, we weren't fantastic, but I felt overall we were okay. I don't think either team deserved the 3 points, but of course, in the end, it was John Egan, last-minute header on goal, which won Sheffield United the game. But I think the main frustration out of that game was Nuno's stubbornness, almost, to make any changes. The fact that we were screaming out for an attacking change, and you've got the ability to make 5 substitutions and he makes 1, and it was, in my opinion, quite a defensive-minded substitution. That does frustrate you as a football fan, and you know it was one of those things. You look at Everton's form since the restart. They've not been too bad at all. You look at, obviously, let's have a look there. The 21st of June when they've kicked off. They've only actually lost the 1 game, which was against Spurs. Quite an unlucky own goal. But they've drawn against Liverpool, got a win against Norwich, beaten Leicester as well. Lost against Spurs and drawn against Southampton. So it's definitely going to be a tricky game, to be honest. The key player for me in that Everton team is Richarlison. He's a player that, obviously, when he moved from Watford to Everton, I thought that was a great move for him. And, of course, I think it was his debut against us, wasn't it, at Molineux last year, and he was fantastic. He was almost, you know, I think he grabbed the 2 goals that were brilliant, and he's always been a player that I really like the look of. Got that sort of Brazilian flair and that Brazilian temperament at times, you know, as a lot of foreign and you know, foreign players do. But yeah, he's a fantastic player, and he's someone that I'd love to see at Wolves. But of course, I think Everton would value him very high. I know Barcelona tried to sign him in January as well. But for me, if Wolves have to look at and you know, try and look out for one player, it's definitely going to be Richarlison. But let me move on to the thoughts of Adam. He's going to be giving his Everton perspective ahead of this game as they take on Wolves this weekend.
What's happening, Dave? Adam here from Grand Old Team. I hope you and all the rest of the Wolves fans watching this have stayed healthy and safe in these rather strange times. Everton versus Wolves on Sunday. Do I think that Everton will beat Wolves on Sunday? Absolutely not. This is a strange thing for a content creator of another club to say, I know. But there's no point of me giving it the big one. I think that Everton are not as good as Wolves at the moment. And I think where the game will be won will be the centre of the park for your lot. The likes of Neves and Moutinho or whatever. You know, you've got a lot more quality in that area of the park than we have. If you've watched Everton at all over the last 2 games, you'll know this. We're just not very strong in that area of the pitch. And it's, you know, look, we've got dangerous players. Richarlison, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Richarlison especially, I think, is on the brink of being world class now. I think people are starting to accept this. Mickey Keane's been good at centre half, and Luca Dean Green at left fullback is exceptional. But apart from that, you know, I can't see how we will beat Wolves on Sunday. So I'm watching it with a Wolves fan. I hope I'm wrong. But I'm an Evertonian, so I'm always pessimistic. So I think Wolves will probably beat us maybe 2 or 3-1. As I said, I hope I'm wrong, but I can't see it. Anyway, yeah, all the best.
So big thanks to Adam for that. You can find his links in the description down below. And now, the lineup for me, the lineup that I think Nuno has got to go for to get us back to winning ways. It's difficult, isn't it? It's a difficult one to call because I think we might go unchanged. I think we might go unchanged, or we could see a more attacking change in a sense that we'll go 5-3-2, and one of the midfielders will be a very attacking player, such as Podence, such as possibly Pedro Neto, such as Morgan Gibbs-White. So it is a very, very difficult lineup to predict. If I had to be sensible, I think Nuno will go unchanged. I know we lost that game, but for the majority of the game, I think it possibly planned out how Nuno would have wanted, minus us, obviously, scoring a goal. So I think we'll go unchanged. I think we'll go Patricio in goal, Says Cody Bolly across the back, with Johnny and Doc as the wing-backs. I think we'll go Neves and Matinho in the middle again, and a front three of Jota, Jimenez and Adama. You guys may completely disagree with me on that one. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. But I genuinely don't know how else Nuno can line up. I think at Molineux at home, does he look to go with the three in the middle again? Frustrate Everton a little bit more, possibly. I think we've probably got more legs. If we can get some legs in there, in the middle, it could favour Wolves. I think that's where Everton could be a bit dodgy defensively, in the full-back area though. So can you put a lot more pressure on them with Adama and Jota? It's going to be a really, really interesting game. Wolves, if they want to continue growing and want European football again next season, for me, have to win 3 of the last 4 games. And it is going to be a tricky season. We've got some tricky games coming up against some good, disciplined football teams. So it is going to be a tricky season for Nuno. Finally, big up to Nuno, actually, for winning Manager of the Month. Hopefully his curse has happened already and we have a really strong end to the season now. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Wolves versus Everton. I'm really hoping Wolves can get back to winning ways. Be sure to hit the like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll be back after the game to give my post-match reaction. And until next time, I'll see you all very, very soon.